Hi everyone, I'm PK So
And I'm Alphonsus
from SingaporeProperty.tv, serving Singapore luxurious real estate market since 1905.
We have just ended a session with a Good Class Bungalow client in this area and thought of taking the opportunity to also show you around the Dalvey, Nassim and Cluny Park GCB neighborhood and helping you understand the area better.
Exactly. And it is hard to imagine that these plots of land now owned by multimillionaires and billionaires were once agricultural development for the production of gambia, pepper, nutmeg during the 1800s.
The concept of protecting landed properties in Singapore started in the 1960s when Singapore began to build medium and high-rise buildings. But a serious effort to classify landed properties became more urgent in the late 1970s. This was firstly to ensure the continued existence of high-quality bungalows, and secondly to protect the amenities and environment in these areas.
Exactly. And there are 39 good class bungalow areas in Singapore, and these are carefully selected residential estates with stringent building requirement. And each plot of land itself needs to have a minimum size of 1,400 square meters or 15,070 square feet.
There must be a minimum width of 18.5 meters and depth of 30 meters. Setback controls include 7.5 meters to the front and 3 meters to the side and the back. The building coverage is also limited to just 35% of the land area.
And we are now along Dalvey Road area, which runs parallel to Nassim. So we're going to show you exactly what this area is to help you understand a little bit more about this amazing enclave and some of the lovely houses here. So sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Alright, so we are now along Dalvey Road that runs parallel to Nassim Road at the enclave of White House Park GCB area to our right, and the Dalvey Estate GCB area that's further down the road, which shares a common boundary with the White House Park GCB area. So we are basically in the vicinity of Nassim Road and Cluny Park GCB area. Alright, so the White House Park was originally part of a nutmeg and betel nut plantation on the 21 hectares estate. It lies to the south of Bukit Timah Road and is bounded by the east by Stevens Road. And the entire White House Park GCB area consists of 22 hectares of land. The most recent transaction from the records in the White House Park GCB area occurred about half a year ago in June 2017 at 1,435 per square foot, if I can remember correctly, and worked out to be $22 million. Now, that was the one and only transaction in 2017. And prior to that, there were two transactions in 2016 at a differing range of between approximately 1,001 to 1,700 per square foot, which worked out to be about 18 million and 25.5 million respectively. There was no transaction in 2015. So as you can see further down this road, we are passing by the White House Park Road on our right, and we'll proceed ahead. And from here, we are basically entering into the GCB area of Dalvey Estate. Okay, so you can see that there is really a limited supply of good class bungalows for sale, as these are prized assets held by many wealthy individuals, and to some of them, GCBs have become even collectible items. So further down this stretch along Dalvey Road, as we pass by the White House Park Road to the right just now, we are entering into the Dalvey Estate GCB area on our right, and the Nassim Road GCB area boundary on our left. The Dalvey Estate area consists of a total area of 12.21 hectares, and again used to be a nutmeg plantation in the 1800s. There are 3 conserved bungalows in this estate, which was specifically designated to be conserved so that the rich history of Singapore early settlements could be preserved through some of the unique architectural styles during each era. We have 1 in White House Park Estate earlier on and 7 in Nassim Road GCB area. And if you have the privilege to own a conservation GCB out of the very limited Good Class Bungalows, not only are you owning a few of the rare masterpieces, but also owning a part of the interesting and rich history of Singapore. So we have just gotten out of Dalvey Road and into Cluny Road, and now we are making a turn on the left to Nassim Road. On our right is the famous Botanical Gardens of Singapore. Alright, so now we are turning into Nassim Road, and Nassim Road, well, arguably the most prestigious address in Singapore, is also sometimes called the Embassy Road. Some of the billionaires in Singapore either own a property or reside here at Nassim Road, which runs all the way to Tanglin Road in front and the Orchard Road shopping belt at the end. Alright, so along Nassim Road you'll see some amazing landscape. You see all the tall trees, the greenery, the large greeneries around here, and primarily you know, we have Nassim Road GCB area on the left and the Cluny Park GCB area on our right as we drive along Nassim Road. We have 7 conserved bungalows at Nassim, as I mentioned earlier, and 2 conserved bungalows at Cluny Park GCB area that carry the heritage and history of Singapore with them. So over here, in these 2 areas, you get to see bigger GCB plots, some of which are even big enough to subdivide into 3 or 4 smaller GCB plots. You know, bearing in mind that each GCB plot needs to be at least 15,070 square feet. Okay, so there were 2 transactions in Cluny Park and Nassim GCB areas done between 1,700 to 1,800 per square foot, which worked out to be about 34.5 million and 23.7 million respectively. And before those 2 deals, the last one occurred in 2010. And again, you know, not many of the ultra high net worth individuals here are willing to sell their prized assets. Okay, so as you drive along Nassim, as you can see right here, it is basically lined with very lush greenery, tall plants, mature plants, mature trees around here. The plots here are really big, you know, and dotted along this Nassim Road, as you might have possibly caught sight of just now. There were a few embassies along this road. We have the Russian embassies, we have the Philippines embassies further down this stretch as well. So as we continue this Nassim Road, as you drive to the end, we will reach Tanglin Road, and that is where, as I mentioned, the shopping belt of Orchard Road area. So, well, we hope that you have enjoyed this video tour on some of the most coveted address here in Singapore. And you know, we'll be bringing you more in our course of real estate work. So in fact, at this time when we are recording this video, we have 3 Good Class Bungalows for sale and 2 Good Class Bungalows for rent in the Nassim, Cluny and Dalvey enclave. The sellers are high profile and are very private individuals, and that is also the reason why you won't see any pictures or listings of these elegant homes on the internet. So if you have around 30 million or so and seriously looking to own some of these amazing and lovely assets that are so limited, and with even lesser owners willing to part with their properties, please reach out to us at singaporeproperty.tv, and please feel free to drop us a message or call us so that we can assist you further. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope you have enjoyed it.